once again. I am Dara Forleo, the founder and owner of the Whole Pet Grooming Academy, and I am thrilled to welcome you to today's session of the Business Edge of the Shear. In this seminar, we are going to talk about a critical component of your grooming business that really often gets overlooked. It's your most powerful ally, and that is your employee handbook. Now, I know that paperwork is not the most thrilling topic in the world, but trust me when I say that a well-crafted employee handbook is an invaluable asset to your business. It acts as the safeguard and those safety rails for everything about your business. It offers clarity, it offers you protection for your employees, and most importantly, it helps you maintain your peace of mind amidst all that busyness of running the grooming operations on a day-to-day basis. By the end of our time today with this, you are going to have a clear understanding of why an employee handbook is essential, what key elements you should be including, and how to create a manual that serves you effectively rather than complicating your processes, okay? So let's get started. Let's jump in. Let's start with defining what an employee handbook really is. So you need to think about this as the Bible of your business, okay? It is the most comprehensive document that will describe your vision, your values, and the essential guidelines that govern your everyday operations. It serves as a critical reference point for everyone involved within your organization. This handbook is not merely a compilation of all these policies and procedures. It is a reflection of your unique culture. It is a meticulous document that conveys the essence of what makes your salon special and sets the tone for how you operate on that day-to-day basis. Your vision is the beacon that illuminates your path forward, right? It outlines the aspirations and the goals of your business. It defines the destination you are striving to reach and provides that motivation to all of your team. Are you bored yet? Because, this is great stuff. Well, I think it is. But if you're still with me over all of that, man, I congratulate you, because I know this is the boring stuff nobody wants to talk about. Your mission complements this by detailing the strategies and methodologies you are going to employ to achieve the vision. So you have to have all of these things. It guides your actions. It makes sure that everyone is aligned and working towards the same objectives. When people have something to work for and everyone is working towards the same thing, that is a cohesive work culture, and you are setting the stage right here today. Your culture in turn now is going to capture the atmosphere and the values that shape the employee experience within your salon. Okay, so we just finished talking about that, right? It encompasses the principles that dictate how your team members interact with one another and with the clients. Go back if you need to rewatch that one. You can watch it as many times as you want. But this is fostering that harmonious and productive work environment, okay? And again, I'm just reflecting back on that. But when these foundational elements, your mission, your vision, and your culture are all clearly articulated and documented, everything else within your business begins to align. Your systems, your hiring practices, your training, and your leadership, all of this starts falling into place, creating that one big cohesive operation, right? A business without a well-defined handbook leaves room for a lot of misalignment and misguided practices. Employees may begin to create their own interpretations of the rules and expectations. They may start leading to confusing and more inconsistency in the grooming or in the practices that are happening throughout the floor. So this scenario is really going to start sowing those seeds for these HR challenges. And you might not have a big HR department, but you still are going to have some human resource challenges, right? And miscommunication, which is going to hinder all the business's performance and its growth. Investing the time to develop a detailed and clear handbook will pay off significantly. You are going to be fostering a strong foundation for your team, and you are really going to be making sure that everyone is on the same page. All right, enough of the lecture, right? Step number 1, I'm going to have you do. Right now, this is what you are going to do, is you are going to start working on your employee handbook and working on what is non-negotiable. Okay, what's non-negotiable? Without a handbook, your team invents their own policies, and that never ends well. What goes inside this? Creating this effective and efficient handbook involves 3 components, each one serving a distinct purpose in shaping your organization. And we've talked a lot about it. The heart and soul is the vision, the mission, and the culture. At the core of your handbook, this lies the heartbeat of your organization. This section is crucial for establishing that environment in which your team will operate every day. Reflect deeply on these questions. What kind of atmosphere do I wish to cultivate within my workspace? Number 2, what core values do I want every team member to embody and adhere to? Number 3, how does my business stand out from the competition? What unique qualities define us? By addressing these points, you create a strong tone that informs every aspect of your handbook and is going to really set the stage for all future interactions. Setting the structure. The next part is going to be building those walls and setting that structure. Your policies, your procedures, and your expectations. With your foundational values in place, the next step is to outline the rules, right? Outline the rules of the road. This section is going to provide you some clear guidelines that will make sure that consistency and fairness is across all the boards. Key areas to cover in this are going to be like detailed schedules and procedures for requesting time off, dress code and dress standards and expectations regarding personal hygiene, protocols for interacting with clients and maintaining that professional relationship, guidelines for addressing tardiness and handling emergencies. These policies are not exerting control, but they are about creating a stable and predictable environment where everyone understands what is expected of them. And finally, your protection, the legal compliance. The final component of your handbook is focused on safeguarding both the organization and its employees by being sure that compliance is with relevant laws and that those are all being followed. Important elements in this area that you might want to consider and need to look at are an overview of the wage and hour laws that affect pay practices within your town, within your state. Make sure you are clearly making the distinction between employees, and if you're one of those shops that has independent contractors, you need to be very clear. This is not talking about independent contractors versus employees. If you want to have that conversation, totally down with that and have that conversation. I actually just did a blog post about it. You can find it on the website. You can also find that blog post in the Scholar Lounge under blogs, books, and podcasts. That was like a little mini sale, wasn't it? All right, anti-harassment policies and safety regulations. These are really designed to protect all your team members. And you really want to have some comprehensive guidelines regarding sick leave, paid time off, and medical leave procedures. These are some things that you can talk to your lawyer, and when in doubt, even when you're writing this handbook, you should always, as a business, have a small business lawyer on retainer and make sure that you are having all of these things checked over and made sure that they are legal and compliant within your state. Don't take anything for face value, okay? That is my number one rule of thumb with everything. Always confirm with your legal team. And one thing, really, by carefully considering and developing these 3 parts in your handbook, you will create a handbook that's not only serves as a guide or just this great guiding document for your team, but this is also going to foster a cohesive and compliant work environment. This is not a copy and paste. The policies of a mobile grooming service are going to be different from the policies of a brick and mortar shop. The tone, the style of your handbook should echo your business's identity and nobody else's. If your salon prides itself on being a warm, a community-oriented, and contemporary, the language used in your handbook should convey that. Your handbook should convey your website. You always, always, always have a legal team review your final document before you distribute it. This was just a micro course to really let you know that your handbook is your blueprint for culture and compliance. It needs to be built on clarity, accountability, and professionalism, and it is one of the smartest investments you can make in your business today. So if this helped you, you are really, again, gonna love the Strengthen Your Business series. It is where we turn all of these ideas into that complete plan that keeps your business running smoothly. And you will be able to find that in the next session. And I'm Dara Forleo, and this has been the Business Edge of the Year, the Employee Handbook Essential Course. I will see you in the next class where we are going to tackle hiring with purpose.